Only the dead have seen the end of the war. Those who do not remember the past are condemned to repeat it. An artist is a dreamer, consenting to dream of the actual world. A child educated only at school is an uneducated child. Sanity is a madness put to good uses. The young man who has not wept is a savage, and the older man who will not laugh is a fool. The family is one of nature's masterpieces. History is a pack of lies about events that never happened, told by people who weren't there. Fanaticism consists of redoubling your effort when you have forgotten your aim. The soul is the voice of the body's interests. There is no cure for birth and death save to enjoy the interval. Before you contradict an old man, my fair friend, you should endeavor to understand him. To be interested in the changing seasons is a happier state of mind than to be hopelessly in love with spring. We must welcome the future, remembering that soon it will be the past, and we must respect the past, remembering that it was once all that was humanly possible. The wisest mind has something yet to learn. The difficult is that which can be done immediately, the impossible that which takes a little longer. Habit is stronger than reason. The mind of the Renaissance was not a pilgrim mind, but a sedentary city mind, like that of the ancients. Nonsense is so good only because common sense is so limited. One's friends are that part of the human race with which one can be human. A man's feet should be planted in his country, but his eyes should survey the world. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. The body is an instrument, the mind its function, the witness and reward of its operation. America is a young country with an old mentality. A soul is but the last bubble of a long fermentation in the world. When men and women agree, it is only in their conclusions. Their reasons are always different. The great difficulty in education is to get experience out of ideas. Life is not a spectacle or a feast, it is a predicament. Oaths are the fossils of piety. Perhaps the only true dignity of man is his capacity to despise himself. The world is a perpetual caricature of itself. At every moment, it is the mockery and the contradiction of what it is pretending to be. To know what people really think, pay regard to what they do, rather than what they say. For a man who has done his natural duty, death is as natural as sleep. Intolerance is a form of egotism, and to condemn egotism intolerantly is to share it. The truth is cruel, but it can be loved, and it makes free those who have loved it. Graphic design is the paradise of individuality, eccentricity, heresy, abnormality, hobbies, and humors. Theory helps us to bear our ignorance of facts. Music is essentially useless, as is life. Wisdom comes by disillusionment. Chaos is a name for any order that produces confusion in our minds. The dreamer can know no truth, not even about his dream, except by awaking out of it. It is a revenge the devil sometimes takes upon the virtuous, that he entraps them by the force of the very passion they have suppressed and think themselves superior to. It is easier to make a saint out of a libertine than out of a prig. Intelligence is quickness in seeing things as they are. My atheism, like that of Spinoza, is true piety towards the universe, and denies only gods fashioned by men in their own image to be servants of their human interests. Skepticism, like chastity, should not be relinquished too readily. If pain could have cured us, we should long ago have been saved. To knock a thing down, especially if it is cocked at an arrogant angle, is a deep delight of the blood. Music is a means of giving form to our inner feelings, without attaching them to events or objects in the world. To me, it seems a dreadful indignity to have a soul controlled by geography. Character is the basis of happiness, and happiness, the sanction of character. All living souls welcome whatever they are ready to cope with. All else they ignore or pronounce to be monstrous and wrong, or deny to be possible. Let a man once overcome his selfish terror at his own infinitude, and his infinitude is, in one sense, overcome. Tyrants are seldom free. The cares and the instruments of their tyranny enslave them. Friendship is almost always the union of a part of one mind with the part of another. People are friends in spots. The above are the life wisdom quotes for this episode. Which quote is your favorite? Please leave a comment to tell us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. See you next time.